Call Holoyumla Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Rakat Kodash. I want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders that prophesied and rule well for the hope of 144 and the 1/3 of Yasharallah, who this world refers to as Israel, starting at the house of Great Millstone, building the spiritual temple of King David. Shalom to you, Akim, that prophesies and learn in sincerity. Shalom to the Akwif that prophesies and learn in sincerity. And if I didn't mention, double honors to you apostles and elders. This is the brother Kanan, and I got the motivation to do this video from watching North Carolina Elder with the page GMS North Carolina 777. You already know, in the news. The video that he posted was called "These People Still Want to Party," during the time of destruction that we're in. So I wanted to name this party like it's 1999, YOLO spirit. YOLO standing for you only live once, which is totally contradictory to the Bible. Many verses prophesies that we're back here, third to fourth generation, living out judgment for previous sins, for previous, like I said, previous sins that we committed before. You pay for the sins of your forefathers because you are your forefathers. Yahweh Shai itself mentioned that Elijah came through John the Baptist. Okay, so this is Thessalonians 1 of First Thessalonians in chapter 5, starting at 1. But of the times and the season, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. And this is the Apostle Paul. For you yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai so cometh as a thief in the night. And think about it. This is back then. Paul was like, man, we got to be prepared, because not knowing that, the sea hip and all these such things have to come first. He was just saying, measure the times that we're in, okay? And this is 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, okay? And let's break that down. Look at the time we're in right now. CBD, the currency, they're about to go digital, I believe, this year, because a year ago, Prince of Saudi Arabia said, look, we're done dealing with the petrodollar. It's dead. And he announced it. Then you had, since the Republicans and the Democrats, same dirty bird, but since they display so much hatred towards each other and the lack of faith in this so-called leadership, which all established presidents are just puppets to a higher archy anyway. But the way that they played the spinning in the media, so much hate for this Biden clown, which he is a clown. We know that, Sleepy Biden. But when he went over there last year and he talked to the prince, the Saudi Arabia king, whatever prince, they laughed at him and mocked him for asking. And I'm like, why would you do that when that's the only solution he got other than throw some missiles at him? And we know how that's going to end. That's going to begin. So he was really put in a position, where else could he do but go speak to the guy? And the answer was no, we're not fucking with you guys, okay? Just to end of Babylon, spiritual Babylon, it's going down. So we're just waiting for it to be announced. And one more time, Chris Rock has said in his jokingly manner that if you go overseas right now, take $3,000, that'll buy you a loaf of bread. He said we're broken, they're just not telling the people. And he had this like little, the Chris Rock grin, looked like he just got through eating some delicious fried chicken and the grease is still hanging on his lip somewhere. But notice, comedians have to talk like that if they want to get their point across. You're not going to see a comedian come and just be straight up serious. David Chappelle sometimes, but you know where that goes. So that's how you get canceled. So once again, this is 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, and that's what I wanted to say. You're not going to hear peace and safety out of Babylon until they're ready to push that MOTB. Straight up. That's the only peace and safety is going to be. They're using chaos, order out of chaos right now. All these train derailments, dumping chemicals everywhere. And then, I'm in Indiana and I was being told that, oh, we don't depend on that water supply from Ohio. Well, then, okay, cool. So they just packed it up and brought it here to Indiana. What's going to happen? Another train spill, another train to direct you someplace is going to cause our ground to be unusable. And I clearly think over time of the land being saturated, rain, wind, it's all going to be everywhere anyway. You can't escape it. It's the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. It's the plagues of Egypt coming back on this place, okay? So, no coincidences in this truth, right? So I believe when they say peace and safety, that's going to be what they're going to offer you. The CHIP, not the CHIP, Salakia, the MOTB, Then suddenly destruction cometh upon them. Why? Because you wasn't supposed to take that MOTB. Once you do that, you giving your soul, you sold out to the master. You made him your permanent master, not Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, the devil, okay? So-called white man. As travaileth come upon a woman with child. Now let's break that down. It's been broken down, but what happens the day of birth? Not around the time, because women, she'll get those oh, come on, when you have to push, you know what I'm saying, those birth pains will come periodically, but the day of birth, those subtractions, when she start getting those subtractions and it's real, it's going to come quicker. The water breaks, then you have the child, okay? So it doesn't just all suddenly stop and they're an hour apart, but the baby's coming. No, they increase. And that's exactly what's happening upon this earth. All the earthquakes, the massive size of the earthquakes have not only gotten bigger, but they're coming more back to back to back. The tsunamis, the floods, even here in the United States in spiritual Babylon, we getting hit from coast to coast. The storms, all by the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Okay? And thy shall not escape. Ain't no way around it. It's a try. There's, you can go right now. You got people getting on planes going overseas just to experience the same thing. Okay, when the Lord marks you for judgment, that's what it is. It's His judgment. And I want to bring this out strictly just to tell you the kind of people we dealing with. Okay, right here. This is First Maccabees chapter 1 and 11. And those days went out there, Salakia, in those days went there out of Israel, Yasharallah, you so-called African Americans, Hispanics, and Native Americans, okay? Wicked man who pursued many saying, let us persuaded, Salakia, persuaded. So let me start over. In those days went out of Israel, Yasharallah, wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathens that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we've had much sorrow. So what you're hearing right now, to break this down, 2/3 of our people just ain't comfortable with the law, statutes, and commandments given to us, which make us holy, which separate us from the rest of these 17 nations. They don't like it. They was cool with being in Egypt as slaves. Okay? Murmured at Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, murmured at Moses and Aaron for bringing them out of bondage. Okay? So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward hearing that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the orderance of the heathen. Now, why did I bring that up? What kind of mind state are we living in today? I'll tell you. I'll give you an example. I was just watching a video on the timeline. One of the Great Millstone brothers dropped with that wicked Eve went and got her face plastic surgery done. Now it look like somebody gave her a first, third degree burn to her face. Like somebody, like her dude just done smashed her face in the skillet and held it there. All because she chose to have a procedure. She paid for that. Okay, she paid for that procedure to fuck her face up. Then you got Mrs. BBL and her friends go down to Mexico, get kidnapped. Now I personally say this. We ain't got that money, okay? The average Yasharala, the average Israelite ain't Michael Jordan or Jay-Z. We ain't even got money for you to be kidnapping. And where's the ransom gonna come from? We're not talking about this some neighborhood, but we're talking about overseas kidnapping. That's somebody that, no, they did that for organ harvesting. Them people are gone, man. Write them off. But this is the mentality of our people, though, okay? And this is what the punishment of that is. This is Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knoweth his owner, okay? Back in the Maccabees, did those wicked 2/3 Israelites know if they owner? Yahweh Shem Yahushua, no. And the ass his master's crib. But Yasharallah, Israel, once again, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanic, does not know. My people does not consider my people. He's continuously telling you that Yasharallah is his inheritance, his people. Okay? But we continue to disobey. Ecclesiastes 7 and 4. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning. Who are the wise? Starting with the apostles, the elders, and you Akim, that hit the highways and the byways, that do these electronical pisticles just like we're doing right now. Not in your 3-piece suit, the wolf trying to tell you that the Lord don't cover your sins and put that $100 bill in this collection plate and life is gonna be great. We're gonna all prosper here in Babylon, spiritual Babylon. No, not them. The actual true man set up, on the highways and byways, teaching the downfall of Babylon. DTA, deaf to America. DTSB, deaf to spiritual Babylon. All the same. But the heart of the fools is in the house of mirth. Still going out to the club. TikTok. Every new challenge, shaking your ass. Like the one of you Akim put in a video, may have been an elder or Akim, fucking TikTok twerk videos. This place is done, man. While the whole time it's been told and known that the only reason why we got TikTok is to fucking distract you. Why the people, the China man who made TikTok won't even let his community partake in that wickedness. Okay, not saying they don't have a TikTok. It's not set up. It's not being viewed as ours is with crate challenges and all type of madness. Okay, this is Isaiah 24 and 11. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And in that day, what you gonna do? Like I've always heard you apostles and elders say, we gotta take time to fast and separate ourselves from pleasing the flesh, because that day is gonna come where even if you in this truth, it's gonna affect you too if you haven't prepared. Okay, when this comes suddenly and there ain't no liquor stores, your hard boss me out with shy, you're just gonna go crazy. Okay, because then they gotta go to your house looking for that beer and that wine, that hard, strong liquor. You hear me? For real. When all the clubs, listen, we gonna keep going. We'll get to that later. This is Proverbs 14 and 13. Even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful, because a lot of times people are laughing to cover up pain, and that's real. They laughing to cover up the fact that they don't want to face the reality that they're dealing with. And the end of that mirth is heaviness. Once again, laughing just to cover up pain of reality, okay? Trying to escape reality, basically. This is taboo. 2 and 6. Remembering that prophecy of Amos. Now, Amos is a heavy book that goes straight in, just straight in. This calls the wicked out, starting with the E's, and let you know what Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah is going to do. Even to us. What it said, Amos 3 and 1. Only have I known, therefore I will punish you. What did it say in Amos 1 and 11? Because you did pursue your brother, the E's, Edom, and did not have any mercy for him, I'm gonna get you, okay? And so let's start that over. Remembering that prophecy of Amos, as he said, your feast shall be turned into mourning. Okay, all this partying is gonna go away. And now I'm gonna bring that up. During the when we was on lockdown, apparently a year or so ago, some fool was hosting house parties and using his social media to gather the crowd. Even when, as far as say, don't invite people I don't know, because that didn't turn out good. Well, so people who we didn't care to invite seen the site that he was on, whether it's TikTok or whatever, or Facebook, Instagram, and they showed up, robbed the guy. He's outside running around the house playing hide and seek. Dudes pop up in the yard and kill him over some little change, I guess, that he had posted. You know, you suckers, you ninja lights, like posting money, drugs, and all that kind of stuff. So you know that's your judgment. And all your mirth into lamentations. So I'm gonna read that again. Remembering that prophecy of Amos, as he said, your feast shall be turned into mourning, and all your mirth into lamentation. Okay? Sorrow. This is Ezekiel 21 and 9. Son of man, prophesize and say, thus saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. Bam. Brand new, shiny, ready to go. Marvelous. You know, just purchased. This is 21 and 10, Ezekiel. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. Oh, first when I was reading it, I thought he was going to put it in a museum because it's so beautiful and it's sharpened, and you know, he just wanted to look at. No, he's going to put this sword immediately to use. Through what? His left hand. What is his left hand? Starting with Edomites, all the wicked, even you 2/3 got that left hand spirit on you to do, you know, the will to bring treachery to this place. It is furbished that it may glitter. Now, somebody know a sword that glitters, just magically shines up? No, this sword is pertaining to those IBMs, okay? Should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree, okay? This is Jeremiah 16 and 9. For thus saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai of hosts of armies, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai of Israel, Yasharallah. Behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes and in your days the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride. So all of this folly, man, all this setting aside, I'm blessed and highly favored. Let me go eat my pork downstairs basement after the sermon. After the pastor just collected all that money, now they ready to feed us pork hot dogs and pork with the greens, and come on, man. And once again, the voice of the bridegroom and the bride. So this is all taking place at the ceremony too. You know, come on, man. Now, here's the end result for you apostles, elders, you Akim, putting this work in with sincerity for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? For Yasharallah, the hopeful 144 and the 1/3, the elect. This is Isaiah 65 and 13. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry, starving out here. Once again, there's grocery store closings, contamination from these train crashes, food held up. Supply boats held up still. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Need more that I already brought up. Water supplies being contaminated. How you gonna drink that? Come on now. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. And I'm gonna put it like this. My son told me, Dad, don't pray for me. And you know what I said? That's prophecy. The Lord said, do not pray for the wicked. Okay? So as hard as it is for me sometimes, I have to skip over that part of my prayer because I pray for my house. But if you don't want to be part of what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua's will is, well then no, I don't love you more. I don't love my father, my mother, my sons, my children, my possessions more than Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. None of that can save me. Only Yahweh Shai. He salvation. He delivered. Okay? Through the will of his father, Yahweh. Okay? That's it. That's your only chances. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of the heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of the heart, and ye shall howl for vexation of the spirit. Now, you got a lot of tough guys out here. Oh, man, I'm not worried. Second Esdras told us, man, that men are going to be holding their bows. The Lord decides to bring fear upon you. He can do it at a snap of a finger. I don't care who you are. He can make you make the littlest thing jump out your socks. Just like the elephant is scared of the mouse. Okay? Stop playing, man. But for you people that are closed-minded, your mind has been seared with that iron. This is the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. We just doing our job to get the blood off our hands. So you YOLO, only live once spirit. Who gives a damn? I deal with judgment on that day. Okay. When them chariots crack that sky and they're already here, showing the hopeful elect that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua got us, and then putting fear into these nations because they know, the head honchos know, and these idiots thinking it's UFOs still. You putting fear in them because then you get to hit them with the fake illusion of the green guys coming to destroy you when it's the angels with the big black beards coming to destroy you. And nah, ain't no Will Smith or Tom Cruise gonna shoot now one of these down. Okay? Then, of course, you got to deal with the fake lake of fire coming from them IBMs, the glittering sword. So, keep playing around, and we'll keep letting y'all know to the point where Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua say enough, and he shuts the mouth of the prophets, and we get that decree. It's done. Then you're on your own, buddy. The elect is sealed, and we're out of here. Baba Gashah be part of that number. And with that, I pray that this was edifying to the body. Shalom.